From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, October 23rd, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.07 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,179 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $277. Antiwar.com reports, as promised by the White House, President Obama has vetoed the 2016 National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, the $612 billion annual military funding bill. The argument centers around the bill's use of overseas contingency operation budget to bypass spending caps on domestic programs. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell vowed to see an override of the veto, expressing confidence the Senate could get the votes needed to override the veto after passing the NDAA 70-27 earlier this month. The real question is where the House of Representatives vote goes. The House passed the NDAA 270-156, well short of the two-thirds majority needed to override a veto. And while there is likely to be some heavy politicking over the vote there, the recent failed battle to override a veto on blocking the Iran nuclear deal may have lobbyists a bit more gun-shy than usual about the matter. Republicans have been threatening retaliation for the veto as well, with Senator John McCain vowing to block all civilian defense appointments through the rest of his term in office to punish Obama for the veto. For now, efforts to revise the bill are probably on hold in favor of efforts to muster support for a veto override. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Coinbase. Coinbase is a simple and secure online Bitcoin wallet for sending, receiving, and storing Bitcoin. Get started at coinbase.fppradio.com. That's coinbase.fppradio.com. UPI reports Wisconsin's Representative Paul Ryan finally made it official Thursday, saying he will run for the House speakership. After weeks of speculation and a conditional acceptance of the post earlier this week, Ryan formally entered the race for the speakership on Thursday after receiving approval from the House's three main caucuses. Ryan said Tuesday that he would gladly serve as House Speaker as long as the party caucuses, particularly the conservative House Freedom Caucus, backed him for the post. That support came Thursday as the Freedom Caucus and other party members pledged their support. The Freedom Caucus's support is critical for Ryan to attain the speakership and critical for congressional Republicans to begin healing the fractures within their party on Capitol Hill. The conservative panel played a part in the departure of House Speaker John Boehner and the dropping out of the race by House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy to replace him. The Republican Study Committee and the Tuesday Group also endorsed Ryan on Thursday. Freedom Caucus members, however, are not unanimous in their support of Ryan, but two-thirds of the group's 40 Republicans agreed to vote in favor during next week's election. Ryan outlined on Tuesday a series of conditions under which he would run for the speakership, including unity among the warring factions in the House. On Thursday, Ryan said, "I'm grateful for the support of a supermajority of the House Freedom Caucus. I look forward to hearing from the other two caucuses by the end of the week, but I believe this is a positive step towards a unified Republican team." For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton passed a tough political test on Thursday, calmly deflecting harsh Republican criticism of her handling of the deadly 2012 attack in Benghazi, Libya, during a testy 11-hour hearing in Congress. In testimony that stretched deep into the night, the former Secretary of State rejected Republican accusations that she ignored requests for security upgrades in Libya and misinformed the public about the cause of the attack by suspected Islamic militants that killed the U.S. ambassador and 3 other Americans in Benghazi. The long hearing uncovered no new revelations in a deadly incident that has been the subject of a half-dozen other congressional investigations and an independent inquiry. Representative Trey Gowdy, chairman of the special panel, acknowledged to reporters afterwards that Clinton's testimony was not significantly different than her previous testimony on the incident. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.